So I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to pull my screen up right here. And here's what we're going to do is I'm going to give this to you guys. And obviously, if you haven't done a custom instructions for your ChatGPT, I want you to do that. And I'll show you how to do that. But I put here, I want you to do some research for me. Act as an expert Instagram social media marketer. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 fears that real estate consumers experience with purchasing or selling a home in Northern California. Put into a table format labeled X for access 1 to 10 and Y access frustrations, fears, and desires. So here's what it did. So it just created 10. And now you can ask it for more, do whatever you guys want. I'm actually going to put the prompt down in the chat below. Forgive me for my, let me fix one typo there. Okay. Now you have this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to look at some of these and say, okay, well, the frustrations are high property prices, desires, finding a home within budget, and then fears, overpaying for a property in a competitive market. Now, the great thing about ChatGPT is they don't always have the answers, but what they do is they aggregate based on what's happening online, and they try to see if they can give you answers to the things that you prompted to do based on your intelligent questions and asks of ChatGPT. Limited home inventory. Didn't we just talk about that? Like people are scared. That's the frustration. The desire is access to exclusive listings before they hit the market. Now, hold on a second. Each of you should have an off-market channel. If you're a buyer right now, frustrated that you can't find the right home in the right neighborhood, this video is for you. Well, wait a minute. I'm frustrated. I haven't been able to find a house. Working with me and my team, we have access to hundreds and hundreds of off-market opportunities. We're also a member of a company called Zenlist that has the highest amount of off-market opportunities in the United States of America. So for more questions, make sure to DM me. We have solutions to these things. Missing out on the perfect home and due to a fast-moving market. Bidding wars and overbidding. Somebody said that. What they want is they want smooth, transparent transactions, getting caught in a bidding war and losing, right? So if you're getting stuck in a bidding war right now as a buyer between 600 and 800,000, here's a solution how to get your offer accepted. Well, wait a minute, what is that? I want to know because I've been getting beat out because my realtor isn't that fucking good. My realtor doesn't write good terms. They don't build great relationships. They don't have great communication. They don't submit their offer through a high note. It is super parsed out. They do 1,700 different attachments and they expect the listing agent to think that this is going to be a smooth transaction. Well, no. Let's hold up for a second, Kimosabi, because when working with me, I make things so smooth. I build great great rapport with the listing agent, and I do all of my research. So when we write the terms in our offer, it's going to be the best terms possible. How can you articulate that in a way, in a video that consumers say, damn, my realtor doesn't do that. I want to work with Otis because I've never heard anybody say it like that. Let's keep cruising on. Complex and lengthy closing process, right? This is why you work with a lender that can close in a very short amount of time. Clear, straightforward guidance through the buying and selling process. Legal or financial issues during closing. My thing is this, you guys, if you can work with a lender that you know, like, and trust, that has a track record, that can close in 14 to 21 days, that is not an out-of-state lender, that doesn't understand micro markets and are just a big box name, and all they do is they pump and dump, that is not a relationship building lender. So how can you change that and how can you fix that? You work with somebody like Ashley, you work with somebody like Christina that knows and understands local markets and how to get an offer accepted in this very, very competitive landscape. Let's keep cruising. Unpredictable market conditions. Somebody said that, time in the market. A stable market to make a safe investment. That's the desires. And the fears is the market downturns after purchasing a home, right? This is where you get super data driven and you look back. Don't talk that, oh, appreciation, homes are going to go up. No, if I purchased a single family home in the city of Danville 3 years ago, and if that home sold at 1.1 million, what would that home sell for now on an average with no upgrades, with no, remodeling of the home? What would that home sell for? And can you share that data? And can you create a high note that says, hey, if you want accurate information that are past the headlines, past what you're seeing on CNN, past what you're seeing on national news, DM me. I am your local guide and trusted advisor. That's how you mitigate the fear that a consumer's having. Let's cruise on. Hidden costs in buying and selling process. So we want to have transparent pricing. That's what the desire from a consumer is. And here's what the fear is. Unexpected costs arising during the process. If you are not sitting down, doing a full buyer's consultation, explaining what potential fees are, applicable fees are, who pays what are closing costs, what is the potential out of pocket if there's a sewer lateral that needs to be fixed, if there is a sidewalk ordinance, whatever that is. You need to make sure that a consumer knows that there's no surprises throughout this entire process. And if there is a surprise, we're protected by our contingencies and we could walk if there's something that does not meet up with the needs of the consumers. Lack of personalized attention from their real estate agent. That's a frustration from a consumer. What they want is they want honest, accurate property descriptions. And what they want and their fear is that they're discovering significant issues after the purchase, right? Or sorry, being treated as just another transaction. You guys, I don't think anybody on this call is guilty of that. We understand the power of building positive relationships with our consumers, buying and selling, because I promise you this, your relationship will win every single time. And if that relationship is tight, you should be able to say, Tom, I love you, but your strategy is not going to work for that home. And here's why. You have to be able to be brutally honest and tell the consumers not exactly what they need to or want to hear. You got to tell them what they need to hear. And even if it means that you're being just brutally honest, and it might come across as harsh, this is what our consumers need to know. Let's go to this last one. The frustration is navigating zoning laws and regulations. And the desire is guidance through real estate regulatory requirements. And then the fear is accidentally violating zoning laws or regulations. Now, these are just ideas. Now, based on what you feed it and what you ask it, you might put the city of Berkeley. You might put in the city of Sacramento. You might put in the city of Pinole, right? And so now what it's going to do is it's going to aggregate answers from those areas. And then what you do is you go and create videos on YouTube, as well as on Instagram, as well as in one-to-one videos to your consumers. Hey, Tom, I came across some information today that will impact you as a buyer in the next couple of years. I know you said you wanted to wait, but here's some information. Armed with that information, let's have a call and let's set up a strategy session. Let me pause for a second because this is a lot of shit. Does this make sense? Can you, based on what I just shared with you, has it sparked any ideas of what you guys can actually create, in essence, to move your needle forward, especially this week?